Hi everyone. I have two amazing messages of the day for you guys, as well as a union and a twin flame read. I'm sorry yesterday I actually said I was going to give you a union read and I didn't actually give you the union read, but I have one for you today and I have a twin flame read, and the two messages of the day are amazing, so definitely stay tuned for the messages. And let's go ahead first and take our deep breath. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I want to get right into these reads. They're really cool. Okay, I didn't sleep at all last night, so if I trip a little bit on my words, please bear with me. Let's go ahead and roll the dice first. For the twin flames, and today is November 6th, 2021. Okay, we have Saturn. So Saturn, which is also Capricorn, we have the number 5, which is also the Hierophant, which is Taurus. So that's both Earth. And then we have Aquarius here. It's interesting because we have Saturn, which is restriction, and 5, which is freedom, change, and expansion. And then Aquarius, which is that fluidity of air. So, and that's like the contrast of the polarities and bringing them together. So let's see how that plays out. Okay, breathe, guys. Take a deep breath. Actually, I'm going to hit my my pineal gland tuner here. Okay, I'm going to show you the pictures, and then I'm going to give you the message of the day. This first message of the day has a theme around Camelot, and the second message of the day is I thought this one was cool, and then I did the one today, and it was like really, really cool and amazing. So I would watch both of them or listen to both of them. This is the union read that's coming up. And for those of you not familiar, it's 3D, 4D, 5D. Sometimes I do 4D, 5D, 6D, but this is 3, 4, 5. Incoming divine masculine, incoming divine feminine, outgoing divine masculine. Feminine's on the left, masculine's on the right. The bridge between them is the center. The underlying energies over here and the closing energies over here. This is the Syrian Starseed deck. This is the basic read for the read that's on the table now. It's a 7-deck read. They're both general reads for the twins. The first is more union read, the physical union. This is more of general energies for all the twins. And then we have the first message of the day here. And the second message of the day here. And the message of the day cards I use are the Animal Spirit guidebook. I use the Gilded Lenormand Reverie, the Gilded Tarot, and the Kipper deck for my messages of the day. And what else is coming up? So the movies that came up were Love Hard and First Night, which is that Camelot energy, which is really cool the way it came into this message of the day. And I was up all night, so bear in mind this is why it's at 2 a.m. And I got really amazing messages from my father as I came into this morning, because I have 2 nephews whose wives are going to be giving birth this year, and one of them is due soon, and my father passed away today in 2016, and the message came through today on the anniversary of his death, which I didn't even realize when I was getting the message, so that's great because it always confirms it further for me. But I had gotten a message that my father was coming back. So he confirmed to me that he's coming back with the one that's due this month. And then later this morning, my mother said she's coming in to be with my other nephew's family. So it was very cool this morning. This message of the day was done at 2 a.m., 2:08 to 10, which is the 8 of the dance, the manifestation of dreams, also strength cards, the inner and outer strength, and then through the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, that turn for the better, high vibration, the 2 of the High Priestess. And the underlying energy was the Frog, the Loving Lady, the Knight of Cups reversed, and the unexpected income. The Frog with the Loving Lady, the Knight of Cups reversed with unexpected income or incoming, the beautiful Peacock with blue, green, and yellow. Oh, by the way, the Blue Jays were back this morning. I got pictures of the Blue Jays, and the Cardinals were in the back, but then I got a picture of the Cardinals in the front after the Blue Jays were having a little scuffle with the squirrels for the seeds that I left out for them yesterday. They're so funny to watch. You should see the pictures I have between the squirrel and the Blue Jay. They're so funny. So the Frog and the Loving Lady, the Knight of Cups reversed with unexpected income or incoming, the beautiful Peacock with blue, greens, and yellows, and inspired octopus, all hands. The elephant with smoke up their nose and fire abroad, red spot on their head and broken tusk, stampeding perhaps, yet sadness and longing at the same time in their eyes, all clammed up around the Frog, listening to Love Rain on Me as the pearl grows between them. The firefly octopus was coming up as October Opus, so this past October that we just left, and the work of music or accomplishment, the miracles of work that the Opus is, and the energies of expanding and contracting, or staying in the middle reflecting, the October Opus, or this great work of art that has been accomplished this past month, in the peak OC, or this is the way it came out, expanding and contracting or reflecting or otherwise reflecting, the October Opus, a miraculous body of work, the peak of Christ, or the peak OCCC, with your eyes, your ocean of emotion, and the Christ consciousness, the stabilizer, to collapse or fall or kill, the string of musical instrument, the navel and violent palpitation of the heart, the eager longing, a fountain pledge or pawn of intoxication or cornucopia, the antler, horn, and ray, to ask, implore, and beg, contrary to shake or interrogate. So that was very interesting. At 3:17, which is the Empress and the 17 of the Star, or dreams coming true, the House of Camelot, releasing of fleet, the Emperor and the Empress, and Justice of the Rod and Staff, cracking the whip to clear the family tree, for freedom, life, and liberty, to journey by night to romance Guinevere, the loving lady with gifts, a gift, stolen, the Queen of Wands, rises, warrioress, to end the nightmare, young Lancelot, the Page of Pentacles reversed, with a missed opportunity with the Queen of Pentacles, and he unworthy of a king's wife, with clarity and yet powerlessness of dependency on untrustworthy sort, insincere and lacking the ability to love, or perhaps receive love. The old man and romantic little girl in a big, empty, complete space, the main female high priestess inspired by an unexpected guest. The Frog and the Loving Lady, the Knight of Cups reversed, rejected, perhaps inspired. I'm going to turn the light on here. The Knight of Cups reversed, rejected, and thus inspired to an unexpected visit. The first section here is the wolf and the horse. The wolf is standing here stunned, and the horse longingly mesmerized. The dream of nesting together or working with the community. Arthur the horse with the power lady, and Lancelot who rescued their queen mother. And Lancelot was coming up as born again at 344, the Empress and the 44 of the grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, the Four of Cups. The second section of the swans reflecting as the teacher comes. The swans crossing bridges of the Queen of Cups, broken by the man with sudden thoughts of her and the scent of a woman. The teacher, the power that be, perhaps cold when he must be, with luck on his side, in life and death until death do us part, and rebirth of Lancelot as a knight of the Round Table, no one above the other. The third section was the vulture and the tiger, where the vulture was the old man and his cleanup crew to protect and defend, while the tiger is seeking the key to the castle and to the gate, laying others' lives down for him to be the king, to take down the King of Wands, official man of passion, the tiger on a magical adventure where he thinks it's a game riding in, but the man left out in the cold on the journey of despair as the aggressors retreat with losses. And the fourth section is the golden egg, the heart of the independent camel, or camel in overtime, Camelot, as reminded of being a boy, the newbie who felt intimidated and without protection. At 406, the emperor and the lovers, the wise old owl and the mouse who's afraid, the egg, the baby, the knight of wands committed, the evil magician enters to threaten and take over the mature man. Camelot exposed to the powers and towers and the disappointment, heartbreak, and separation, and a message of a higher love, of coming together. The newbie comes together, navigating through to Guinevere, an official person on the fool's journey. The wise owl, two as one, the King of Pentacles reversed, falls on the last train for the coast, the day the music died. And this is where my dad was coming in, because Sean Connery reminds me of my dad, and my dad loved Sean Connery. He's got that same impish, personality. The mouse with sudden dreams fulfilled, but the page of swords reversed, unworthy after the union judication. His son in death, opening his heart for the martyr who believed in him, who saw his worth. The King of Wands and the hermit, the man of passion, a prisoner, and their gift to find this key. But the hermit with light, a wealthy man in transition, indeed. The mature lady, the one who thinks of her, his teacher, her betrothed, and betrayed in the end. The princess and the peacock frog losing his knighthood, an unexpected outcome, his father. For the nest egg infiltrated by the bacteria is the independent, or GDI, wanting all the power and the glory. And the newbie confused about Milady and her efficient, it's like him being the efficient for their marriage, the fool for love, the blessing in their union before that last train for the coast, destined to be the scared little mouse in order to become the bright star, the sudden transformation of the page of swords reversed to the page of cups upright at 444, which I was going to start this video at 444, but I didn't get on until 446, and that's the angelic realms. The page of swords reversed in negative self-talk becomes the page of cups, innocent within his heart, adjudication of their union, his martyrdom, that all is fair in love, and we can do without the war at 445. The emperor and the grief, loss and regret. At 447, which is the sweet spot, 4 to 7, year 1 and first night. Here we are in November 6, 2021, with Sean Connery, James Bond, with Constantine, and my father saying goodbye to me. So I was wondering why he was saying goodbye to me now, because he's been gone and I've had connections with him, but he was officially saying goodbye because he was leaving the realms, connecting with me to come into a new incarnation. So maybe he wouldn't be reaching out to me or, watching over me in that way anymore. So I was getting that so long, farewell, Avita, saying goodbye. Lovers on the Fool's Journey as Daddy Says Goodbye. 11/6/2016, which is the anniversary of his death from 2016. And then today is also my really good friend from college's birthday. So it's a very special day for me. So I was getting, my father sending my nephew a message, the monkey song, hey, hey, for the monkeys. And the last line of the last verse, I think, is like, you better get ready because you never know who's coming to town as they're about to give birth. It was really cool the way it came through. But yeah, I'm not going to go through that one, though, with you. If anything comes up around that, I'll let you know. But oh, and I was also getting in my cards this morning because I keep looking for blue or purple feathers because, you never find blue or purple feathers. And one of the cards that came up was giving me the message that as the fall turns to winter, the orange leaves will turn to green and blue feathers. So that was a really cool message. And all right. Yeah, so not much about this morning just because I haven't slept all night and I was a little bit loopy this morning. I still am a little bit loopy, but I'm better than I was this morning, that's for sure. So the second message of the day, so listen carefully for this one. This was really beautiful. Okay, this was done at 1:20 to 1:23 today with the Magician and the 20 of the Judgment and to the 23 of the King of Wands. The underlying energy is the Lamb, the Star, the Fool reversed, and expectations. So the Cobra with the Lamb watching over them, the parent and child, the teacher and student, the energy is similar, but the color completely different. Co-lambs, or Cobb and Lamb, or LA Major Baseball, and someone always on the lam. Macabre, personifying death, obsessed with death, ghastly, shocking, terrifying, or gruesome. Perhaps blah or black macabre lamb, Baba black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. The truth of the mouse and the silencing of the lamb in class, or you're going to get it. The mouse gets into everything, the food, the beds, perhaps too, the teapots, the attic in the night, oh my. The fool's journey of opening doors without fear, to infiltrate, to get to the center of it all. The root cause, the culprit. Who's making so much noise? Or none at all. The bacteria that cause the resulting pearl. The olives to grow in Morocco, the pine trees in northern Canada, and the hermiting and digging deep for flowers to open and gifts and other surprises that suddenly make dreams come true of galactic proportion. The Emperor is upright here with the Page of Swords reversed between the Emperor and the world, or the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, or the Aries and the Pisces. The negative self-talk, miscommunication, or misinterpretation of another's perspective of one-to-one deep connection, or intimacy, resonation, our resonation, or is that resignation? Implementing a plan together, investing, spending, or retiring together, the imbalance, inequity, debt, and scams, and the not sharing together too, and then dropping the facade to break the patterns of foolish behavior, falling from grace, or embarrassing self, where all stems from lack of faith, losing patience, temper, messages of concern and worry, an energetic exchange or occupation with the wounded warrior's pathway of going within to change. From the wounded warrior to the hermit, where they're both 9s, 9 to 9, but there's a maturing here from burned out to lit up, with twin laying in wait or waiting in water at 158, the Magician and the 4 of Swords, the 5D connection, expecting her well to fill up as the water trickles down to the ground to get out of the rain. Dun, dun, dun. As it comes up again, that the ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The lamb with sudden star power and knocked for a loop by the lady in wait or the birthing process, planted the seeds and then waiting for the seeds or baby to grow, and when it's time, it delivers, and babies come every day of the year. The first section here was the vulture and the hyena. Voltaire, to turn, flip, rotate, or translate. The vulture, or one who profits from suffering of others. The circling or targeting. Voltaire came up here, twice imprisoned, with many years in exile, and most popular in Hades, down under, Voltaire, and High Jesus with his human connections. The vulture, the old eagle, waiting for the power in the towers and the exposed leftovers, profiting from leftovers from the suffering of others. Cops and robbers, the one that triggers and the one that gets away with it. The Queen of Wands here dancing with the hyena, sitting on the fence, unsure about crossing the rickety bridges of the Queen of Cups, holding on to their chains in cell block 8 tango, or the masked couple taking turns dominating over the other by aggressive or passive aggression, bend and sway, do-si-do, allowing self to get frustrated and struggle as opposed to going with the flow in a waltz, more dreamy, sensual, and floating across the floor. The second section here was the phoenix and the eagle, both displaying their wings, neither that look very pretty after their feathers left out in the rain. The phoenix rises and the eagle dives, but the fall is much easier than that of the writing on the wall. Built, structures risen, boundaries formed. You're welcome if you play nicely, but the gates close if you go sour. The food decays with age, with depreciation without appreciation, and the phoenix romantic pup, inspired by hope or hopies, the death of the little girl or child at age 18 when they become an adult and yet they're still your baby. The eagle falls in the journey of the subconscious, the number 18 moon, staying midway between the rise and the fall, the energetic exchange at the center of it all, the sudden thoughts of a man on the scent of a woman, the most sensitive of triggers, the sense of smell, the smallest memories spontaneously become clear, the reminder of grandma and grandpa and the way their house smelled. No one sticks around when the smell is bad, except, of course, GI and GU doctors, foot and mouth doctors, and all bodily functions, cleaning up the act, cleaning out the junk DNA, the poo and the pee, or PU and the pie. And why do we dive when to rise is so much more satisfying? At 2, 3, 4, shut the door. Well, we fall until we get it. At 2:35, the high priestess and the wounded warrior, till we get it through our thick skulls. A crack in the bell, for which only the bell tolls, and rings true of the splatter and chatter all over Lady Liberty and L's Isle, 11 and made in heaven, with justice for all, in the crown that points out and not into the skull. The numbskull, named Crystal, like Christ, we are mighty in the numb of the Father, Mother, and the holy children they ghosted, in tying a rainbow ribbon round that old oak. Father needs time, and Mother's giving him space, and Jesus Christed in the numb of the innocent child, angel face. Notre Dame, from quasi to lib. Our motto is ditto. From Big Ben to Roman ruins and the Parthenon, part he, non. It was the arch of the divine feminine's back, bending her flutes and septs and sevs, and Constantine's chariot racing, and the colossal eum of I am that I am, the sun. Look to the sun and to the butterflies. And why would you keep your eyes closed when there is all of this to see? And cherish. Cherish is the word I use to describe. I don't know how many times I've wished that I had told you. I don't know how many times I've wished that I could hold you. You don't know how many times I've wished that I could mold you into something who could cherish me as much as I cherish you. And I do. The third section is the lizard, the sea serpent, and the fire ants. The shock of the lower chakra system in animalistic sexuality that is the Colosseum. As the fox gets impatient to leave the hen house and see what all the fuss is about, and the bliss of the guaranteed death be told. The all-seeing eye, the sacred seal broken, the story of the pup's innocence, and their multiple faces of vulnerability, to the Queen of Swords reversed, yelling, and the worldly man plotting on his atlas, as the family and the troops gather in the survival of the fittest. Cain and Abel, unbrotherly love, for all to see, as the Page of Wands is inspired to great fortune, and the bliss of showing off his bitch or witch, when they all went to Haiti at 3:32, the Empress and the journey. The underlying energy of the turtle and the spider, who won't stop making those unsightly webs, irritating the turtle, who's slow to catch on. The turtle receives one direction, however, from the web, and hears about injustice of the ship with no water, and the man with the world at his fingertips, and no one to give him a break, because Hercules is a Voltaire in exile, and the spider is at the center, in the midst of public judgment, and love lost in a movie with a privileged lady who wasn't interested in his insolence, face, or books. The fifth section is the scorpion's trigger and the elk's red-hot antlers, or headdress, that he addresses. Matching heads and tails, heat and sting, Scorpion and Taurus naturally butting heads and tails. In abundance of energetic exchange and lovers' breakthroughs, the magician reversed in need of tools, as the main male is to use to dump all emotional attachments to marriage, to abundance or empress, or dump emotional attachments in order to marry the empress and or have abundance. The elk with a breakthrough of a tete-a-tete, the clank of antlers and street ingers or stingers in dumping multiple loads on the main male's marriage, or finding the one, the needle in the haystack, or the child who marries at 3:46, the empress and the loving children hugging each other. The sixth section here is the tarantula at the crossroads and the moth to the flame of abundant raptor and inflamed in journey of despair, or of the pairing. The moth toggles up high above the mountain, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings. The Knight of Pentacles looks onward as they go back. They came and they conquered, and they overcame. The courtship of Eddie's father, the godfather, part infinity, or Crazy 8, gone south. The seventh section of the panther, the unicorn, the deer one, and the swans. The bodyguard causing havoc to distract all from the doe, and the twins. The panther inspired by the letter, the mail, or the document, post-war, from or to the main female high priestess. The unicorn at the 5D gate as the holder, the power lady, and the King of Cups loving man, both hostages of each other, their gifts, presents. Dear one with doe eyes, and ears out far and wide, to the dance and manifestation of what the jackals got up their sleeve to announce. To the wealthy man in transition, what is he hiding? The swans, the child in transition of rejection, jealousy, and or insincerity, with older man with concerns about martyrdom, and or children forced to take something that's not necessarily good for them. Following the crowd or toggling up, and mother protecting their children from being enslaved, their human rights taken away, while the father is clearing the martyrdom wound. The 8th section here is the collective awakening, and Rocky Raccoon, who fell back in his room, sad. With stable homes and unions and letting go to fix, mend, and complete things, the raccoon is looking closer, grounding and integrating and mastering, or perhaps going to the gym, and making things bigger than they are, as the King of Pentacles is upright, with a big house and an empty space, and a final judgment at 4:03, which is the Emperor and the Empress, or the Page of Cups and the Empress. Then at 4:04, the Page of Cups and the Emperor, the 9th section here is the crow and the nightingale, the crow's distance to the nest, to the little birdies. The Knight of Cups taking a chance to come together on the Fool's journey as the official person, as birdies must peel back the layers to join them. Perhaps still some confusion for them of disappointment, separation, and heartbreak of the King of Cups little boy, impoverished and making his way home at 4:07, which is that sweet spot from 4 to 7. So those are the messages of the day. I'm going to go back to the union read and the twin flame read in front of you. Okay, so the physical union read was at 7:25 last night, the 7 of the Chariot, and the 25 of the Knight of Wands. Again, this is 3D, 4D, 5D, with the underlying energy being the 6 of Wands. The central energy is the 6 of Swords, and the closing energy was the 8 of Wands. Guided success here with good news, peaceful play, and energetic exchange in the circle of trust with the King of Pentacles and Akashic Records. The incoming divine feminine here is the Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, and Alchemy. The commitment to the journey with Lover, the Queen of Pentacles, Alchemy. Good news and leadership, seeing the rainbow energy of things faded away. The fire's rainbow smoke, and the coin's clear hue, the alchemization of the pit in the stomach, with patience, balance, and a higher love. The Lover's age of Christ, and alchemy as all, the chi of the energy, and the mai or emi perhaps coming up, and the love's sage of the office in real alchemy here, or perhaps nightly alchemy, or mai chi. The 3D section here is the 3 of Swords towel and this towel, the tower. I wrote towel. So however that comes to you, let me know in the comments. The 3 of Swords, the Tower, and the Strength card, the divine feminine separation, disappointment, or the ship or calm in the storm, the divine masculine birthing through the ring of fire with a mighty roar, bridging at the E tower to put out the fires caused by the lightning and the shadow on the wall. Spidey is a knockoff, not the real Quasimodo. Will you please stand up and be seen? Like, will the real one please stand up? The outgoing divine masculine here is coming together to hang out and resolve anger, karma, judgment, and opening up of the crown. The flowering to the 0 point field of possibilities. The R and the Y stalls, and the lower jaw missing, unable to talk. Speechless, perhaps? The pie hole, too tight, or we're always told to keep quiet, or the Queen of Wands is doing all the talking and telling him to shut up. The 4D here is the 7 of Cups, 6 of Swords, and Justice, the divine feminine spiral steps, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 3 by 4 or more, with synchronicities and choices along the way up, to drop off point, or 5D journey, the divine masculine with blind divine justice through the portal opening. half in and half out, or upper half in and lower half out, bridging with the Six of Swords in the Lemurian waters of peace when their head is under water. At the 5D here, we have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. The Divine Feminine hiding in the woods by the creek, released self from prison as the Divine Masculine with the Queen of Wands multitasking with 6 to 8 arms of fire and bridging at Trinity or Tri-Ni-Tai, try a show of power and gratitude in order to co-create. The Divine Feminine at 814, which is the dance, the manifestation of dreams, and the 14 of a higher love of patience and balance, finding a way, the Divine Feminine, out of the storm, or taking the inside steps instead, the Divine Masculine breaking through to the other side from 2 to 3 perspectives of birthing with a mighty roar, standing halfway in the doorway, balanced, or sitting pretty and enjoying the galactic view. The bridging here is a sudden event that you were warned about the storm and diving into the water, or jumped to explore more deeply the power and gratitude here. The Divine Feminine here with perhaps Taurus, but Gemini or twins in Sagittarius, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Divine Masculine side had Libra, Leo or Sag, Pisces or Capricorn, and Aquarius, along with the Queen of Wands with the King of Pentacles, who may be hiding behind her. In the center is Scorpio energy at work, perhaps blowing a gasket, diving deep in to get out of the way. So the main number for this read was 44, which is that Four of Cups, grounding and integrating, mastering of love, and also in the numerology book, it is the Atlas energy, the weight of the world. The horizontal pillars are 25, 13, and 6, which is the Knight of Wands, transition of the Death card, and Lovers. And the vertical pillars were 6, 00, which is source and space. The 6, of course, is the Lovers. The 18 of the Moon, 9 of the Hermit, 0, 3 of the Empress, 0, 8, again, of the Strength card, of manifesting and doing the dance between the masculine and feminine. The messages came out as the Knight of Wands rushing in transition about or to lover, starting over, grounding and integrating and mastering their love, or perhaps the gem or the gem. The Lovers with lots of space at night, to Hermit with the Empress in separate corners, if necessary, to dance or manifest in boredom and or starting over here. Or the Lovers with a lot of backup under the Moon, with the Hermit and the Empress dancing for the 3D, they're doing the dance of the 3D lap dance to the 5D tango at 831, the dance of expansion and play, perhaps with a group, of grounding and integrating and mastering and starting over in love. And now we have the read in front of you, the twin flame read at 9:04, the Hermit and the Emperor. And at 9:15, Re of flames came up. So Re can be a shaman, but it also has a lot of other definitions if you want to look them up. But it can be interpreted as I am the shaman of flames, which is the flames of the twin flames, but also of drama and fires to put out. The 9 and the 15 of the Hermit and the Devil. I completed clarifiers at 9:28, the Hermit and the Twin Flames, the Two of Wands. And the major arcana here were the Star, Guidance, which is the Hierophant, the Hanging Man, Karma, which is the Judgment card. And before the read was Alchemy, or the Temperance card. After the read was Indigo, or the Magician, and Luna, which is, of course, the Moon. There were 2 Pentacles, 2 Wands, 2 Cups, and 1 Sword. So a lot of 2s here. 2, 2, 2. And then 1, or 22 of the Fool's Journey and the 21 of the World. The King of Swords was the only court card in the read. The Page of Cups came up after the read. And we had double 1s, 3s, 5s, and 8s. The 5s being most significant, and then the 1s, 3s, and 8s. So the double 1s is the Justice card. The 33 is the Christ vibration, but also the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself. The 55 of the Excalibur sword, and the Truth, very fitting for Camelot today. And then the 88 of the Dance of the Twins, both dancing within their own masculine and feminine side by side. And then the third 8 basically tips it over into the infinity, where they become each one side of the infinity together in physical union. The 10 is that high vibration energy, and as a reminder. We also have the 13 of the Death card, 35 of the Wounded Warrior, the 9 of Wands, the 58 of the 4 of Swords, the 5D connection, as well as the 34 of the 8 of Wands, the 45 of the 5 of Cups, the 56 of the 2 of Swords, and the 68 of the Page of Pentacles, the 89 of the Phi energy expanding and contracting, and the 910 begin again. Always come back to 0 point and the heart in the present moment. The message here on the code line was all about teaching and learning and leadership and adventure, which were broken up. The message were coming up as so. Being perhaps the editor-in-chief or dealing with earned income credit, perhaps the enemy and the empress, perhaps a headache, the star, you know, how the star is very temperamental. And the 10 of Cups, are they the happy family or the unhappy family at the height of teaching and learning and leadership and adventure? Anne Hathaway was coming up here too, and I looked her up, and she had just gotten her hair cut into a bob. That was her news. I guess bomb is coming up too, because I just said that as well. Maybe there's a bob that's concerned here, but anyway, she got her hair cut really short. Maybe that's a new style that's coming up. I, Sophia, am the oak tree without he. I drive a ship to the land without I am that I am, or an exit plan. The crazy 3 are the empress, and then the Hathaway star was coming up here. The emotional fulfillment of, or lack thereof, of a heart transplant or dealing with halftime. Also, I see, or a sudden event, the inner child who fought to be the shaman Ree and tipped the hat that he star, unhappy families, whores tax. The moral man aching and learning, the one or last ship in an after-death venture, or perhaps an advertisement venture as well. So the moral man to raise a child after death, perhaps. The meadow was also coming up. A lot of yarn, a flight and a quarrel, a lioness, to be ripe, to wiggle, to read, to raise a child, to rear and wiggle, to care for speech and language. And a shipwreck was coming up here too, or to run aground. All of those energies were coming up here as well as heart transplant, but also Holmes' tremor came up here too. So I started this readout with the 3 of Pentacles and the underlying energy here. And the underlying energy is right here with the mini cards on top. And the cards below that top card from the bottom up were the 5 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles upright, the 8 of Pentacles reversed with alchemy reversed, and then the 4 of Pentacles upright, which is the divine masculine's heart in the bat cave. And then the 3 of Pentacles upright, which is the place of co-creation, the workplace, the church, the school, wherever you co-create. The conflict, the waves of flames, the drama, the battle to share and balance what didn't work out, losing patience, fallen angel, a churning stomach and holding on, the divine masculine's heart in the crystal bat cave at work, dumping a load, a burden of responsibilities, and or confession on or to the Queen of Wands reversed, with the Emperor reversed off his rocker or just being present. The King of Wands, Libra or justice, or divorce, dumping a load, burden, or responsibilities to receive the truth or demand it from the Empress reversed with Aquarius in her chart, or Taurus, refusing to choose or out of options, with the Emperor reversed hanging a shingle over dissatisfaction and or a sister, or suffering in silence and purging, or removing 99 bottles of beer off the wall, or energetic exchange and arrows of love between someone who may be unhappy being by themselves, or outed the wizard, or arrogant Frenchman who gained weight, or worried if he stops working that he will gain weight, or one who can't sleep without her pink blankie, or having nightmares or crying their eyes out, cutting their nose off cutting them off at the pass. So someone crying their eyes out, cutting them off at the pass, or someone hiding under their bed or scared of the dark at night. The Empress reversed and the Emperor reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed here, but the King of Wands is upright here. So this could be parents and then in-laws of the other one, of a couple perhaps is not getting along here, because we have the King of Wands upright, the Queen of Wands reversed, and then perhaps her parents, the Emperor and the Empress, who are both reversed as well. The conflict with a group, sharing the workload perhaps, the Divine Masculine losing patience with work that he's put so much into, and the Queen of Wands reversed and the Emperor reversed, throwing it all away or dumping it all on him, or vice versa, as a present, perhaps that's a sarcastic present, or presently doing this. Reaping rewards but not sure it's enough, as the Page of Pentacles is upright with an opportunity of the Seven of Pentacles giving them one of the seven Pentacles. The King of Swords reversed may be a Gemini reverse there, without affection or breaking up while the child is sent, or his opportunity or invitation to go to the country here. Romantic feelings here, and beneath it, children, that they're affecting your love life. And the Six of Swords, finding peace with a lover. A big love at work, but no surprises. Never up till dawn. Never having sex in the chair. No dinner cooked and waiting when they get home. And only deception. No couples dating or date nights up before dawn to find kids in the chair or partying when they're not home. With a big mess to clean up. The only one raising their hand is the lobster's tail, left alone discovering his pearl, a rare find. And then parenting came up with the 63, which is the Nine of Swords, which is that suffering and silence energy. It can be just being stressed out or purging up nights, headaches, anything that keeps you up at night. And then moderation here of the 14 of the Temperance card of patience and balance and that higher love, the angelic energy. With death, endings, dark night, and transition, or Scorpio dropping the facade, or dropping the act, dumping emotional attachments, or wanting to start over again here. So this could be dumping emotional attachments, or like multiple loads. Perhaps you're cleaning out the house or doing laundry or whatever it is, or dumping anything, right? So dumping emotional attachments and or multiple loads, which can be any kind of emotional load there, to start over at home and or in union, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, needing to swallow their pride. And the Knight of Pentacles was coming all over this read. Or they need to get to work, or take down the sukkah, or the bunnies are up for it, but the ladybugs are not. A bad decision here, or Aquarius reversed, or lazy earth sign with Aquarius in their chart at 1131, which is justice and the Five of Wands, which can be conflict and fighting or games and competition, but also can be fun and acting and the pursuit of happiness. Perhaps they choked or spoke too soon, poor judgment, or not going in their favor. The day the music died at the workplace, the sister or suffering in silence over the loss of love or a breakup, romantic feelings and reaping rewards of a sister suffering in silence, and parenting and or parenting a sister at 1132, which is justice and the journey, or coming in with good news to lead the way, at 1133, which is justice and the Christ vibration, standing up for yourself without getting triggered. And the underlying energy here is the Page of Cups upright and the Six of Cups reversed, with the Page of Cups message of love to fix the past. Going forward after this read is the energy of sudden events, epiphanies, and sexual bliss, sunshine on their shoulders, or feeling like a kid again, offering a new life, or good news and success, and leading the way on the journey, just to be rejected with the Knight of Cups turning their back, and offering their cup instead to the Page of Pentacles in prison, or with hostage in tow, or the Knight of Cups telling Scorpio and Leo to back off so they can do this alone. The Knight of Cups without love and the Page of Pentacles imprisoned coming together. And they could be wanting to come together. They could be children or a couple coming together in love. The recent past is guidance, Hierophant, and the energetic exchange or love. Lots of flurry or back and forth in a hurry to start over, to heal and forgive, to get over loss and regret, and be free to leap when finding the one that wasn't, and standing up to a fishing expedition with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords both upright here, and the Divine Masculine's heart between them holding on. The Queen of Swords upright with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and lots of options or seeing synchronicities and sexual exchange. The foundation is the Five of Pentacles upright, the Hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave, presenting the truth to the Queen of Swords, who's telling the kids or exposing all for the Knight of Wands to awaken and come rushing in. The central energy is the Ace of Wands upright, one big flame coming together at work with dark night or at a funeral service, seeing the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, messenger of truth, secret passion. Scorpio meets Virgo, perhaps Aquarius and or Pisces reversed in tow, detoxing the heat of the flame. And the challenge being the star, the healer, the dreamer, or the healing and the dreaming, the rock star or Aquarius, or dream girl, or all your dreams coming true. A promise of dreams if you're strong and you tame your beast, or if the Taurus, Aquarius, takes the dog for the walk, if refusing to work or move, at least do that. Justice celebrating or coming together with Aquarius and Leo, but not the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who may be stubborn or unable to function. The King of Cups reversed with conditions, or depressed or drunk or emotionally unavailable, and the Dream Girl or Aquarius and Knight of Pentacles reversed received a passionate offer from the King of Cups reversed that they refused and walked away from. Losing patience or fallen angel, the Knight of Pentacles reversed is not talking to or not telling the King of Cups reversed, or oblivious to each other. The King of Cups reversed hanging out in a divorce with the world upside down, or just about over a cycle and time, or hanging and seeing a new perspective, or Pisces reversed, or Divine Feminine in 5D, destined to end the emotional cycle of unhappiness or an unhappy family, or Capricorn upright, Pisces reversed, and Libra upright, unhappy or unfulfilled, getting over loss or regret of war, or hiring a bodyguard, or defending the Two of Cups connection in pursuing happiness, of fighting for the partnership at 1201, the Hangman and the Magician. Now, in the crowning position here is the Eight of Cups upright. In walking away and within, injured, hurt, ill, lost, or exiled, and detoxing in a losing battle of bliss and drunkenness, dissatisfaction or depression, and blowhard, unable to make a decision or heed the call to action, moving to peace or time away from those pretending not to know so they don't have to deal with it. The evil Empress reversed, using her sexuality to get her way, with fond memories of the Page of Wands reversed, and the Page of Cups upright, and the Page of Swords upright, and the Wounded Warrior, and the King of Wands here. This could be an older woman with an underaged boy, or the Empress reversed with several kids or messages or pets, and she offering her time, money, and effort, or a new life to those who are out in the cold. So this could be someone who takes in all those who are down and out. The King of Swords upright and the King of Wands upright, or the Empress reversed and the Page of Wands reversed, making up so that she'll help out the family perhaps who may be destitute, homeless, or with illness or injury. The Fool free to leap, to fallen angel, or Saggy drinker or potion maker with an attitude, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, Taurus or Hierophant with an unhappy family, perhaps insecure or manipulative and or without the tools, with a fallen angel or losing patience, and Gemini or Virgo reversed here, with Sag and Pisces reversed, or Divine Feminine in the 5D, or their world upside down, and soon is the King of Swords reversed, connecting with the Knight of Pentacles reversed in the Chariot. Perhaps the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles are coming together to drive to the Sovereign, or perhaps to see an independent child, with good news for prisoner or hostage, or trapped Queen of Pentacles, who's being strong, taming the beast, and I was just getting strung along, and the Queen of Cups reversed, unhappy fighting or competing, and the Knight of Wands rushing in for the rescue, coming in to free them, but then having to leave right away, just in and out. The Queen of Pentacles upright and the Queen of Cups reversed, or one person is grounded and stable but sad and or emotional. Or the King of Swords reversed is forcing the Knight of Pentacles reversed to get on the same page with Cancer's Sovereign, or get on the same page about a new car for an independent child. The twin flames are seeing themselves as the hanging man, hanging out, being wise, seeing new perspectives, or what's not working, or overworked. In a sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange, the Knight of Cups offering love for bliss, or to end pain where the worst is now over, And then the offer gets bigger to the Ace of Pentacles. The whole enchilada to share in order to be charitable and or settle out and be done with it, pushed to their limit or sweating it out, purging or dumping a load and destined to pursue the impossible dream, with Capricorn and Pisces upright, Scorpio upright, and Libra upright here. Pisces and Capricorn may be hanging out with Scorpio offering and Libra doling it out. It is safe to love, reconciliation, getting to know each other, and soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, came up here for the twins. Around them or how they're seen is the karma reversed, the home and or union and stability for the Queen of Cups reversed, and the wizard out from behind the curtain, or just, or it's just her being very sad and dissatisfied, or an Aquarius who's drinking, and the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or the world at large, with divine masculine, or holding on to what they have left, trying to wait her out. Someone choked or spoke too soon, or didn't heed the call to action, or needing to swallow their pride. At 12:27, the Hanging Man and the Ace of Wands, which is big time upright in the middle of this read. The block here being the Ten of Cups reversed, feeling like they have no options but to drop the facade. And that can be the sham fam energy who's finally dropping the facade. At 12:27, the Queen of Pentacles is being strong with the Queen of Cups reversed in an adventure, leadership, and teaching and learning, tackling the beast or boar, forcing them to drink the water, a narcissistic Hierophant or Taurus old man with Leo and Taurus upright, or parents being good cop, bad cop, forcing their kids to try it at least. Present to flame and magician reversed, fallen angel, and the divine feminine in 5D, a sister or suffering in silence, or up nights purging, with defensive empress reverse coming clean, or trying to clean up her act or space, or cleaning up after her pets and or her father as pleaded. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, not being friendly, getting over themselves up against the enemy, or facing their fears of connection and intimacy and confrontation. Deception and choked on words, or Cancer and Aquarius both reversed with the King of Pentacles, and he refusing calls at the new moon or before a certain time in the AM. Present to dissatisfaction alone and offering a new life to the Magician reversed and the Moon reversed. Manipulation and deception of the Page of Cups with their heart wide open to all at 12:39, which is the Hanging Man and the Knight of Cups. The Divine Masculine at the workplace with Hermit in exile, hanging out without calls or without call at all, with guides and new passion, a flame ignited, challenged by dreams coming true, with the King of Swords reversed and the Ten of Cups reversed, walking away to be present to their flame. Unhappy alone with service for 9, offering time, money, and effort and or a new life, or paying for new tools and clear conscience to be the Page of Cups, pure, innocent, and heart open wide. With workplace guidance here, religion or establishment without call and needing to swallow their pride, the day the music died. The Hermit in exile above the group, igniting a big flame and challenged by dreams coming true. Now walking away and within, and soon as the Knight of Swords reverse, is actually the King of Swords reversed, to end the cycle of hanging out with Aquarius reversed or bad karma or unhappiness of the family reversed, and being present instead to the moment and their gifts needed to work on themselves and their self-satisfaction, a new life, the diamond in the rough, confidence in manifesting, romance as the Page of Cups in a message of love or puppy love. And they called it puppy love. And they called it puppy love. I'm not sure how it goes. I forget. It's 12:52, which is the Hanging Man and the Queen of Swords. All right, so what time is it? It's 59. Okay, I have time to pull a card or two for you guys. So let's see what comes up. Yeah, I'm going to make it simple today. We're going to do energy and the Metatron deck, and then I'll pull you a Journey of Love card. So just from the energy deck, what is the takeaway from all this today? All right, energy deck, what is the message here? That came right out. And again, it's the walking away within of the 48. So she's being the angel of balance, very calm and walking away when she needs to, which is the crowning card right up there. Okay, same energy there. And then we have the 22, the Fool's Journey, and the yin and the yang of staying in balance. So this is learning how to walk away in order to stay balanced and do the dance. The bottom of the deck is the merging of the polarities coming together for your dream to come true, taking action. The heed, the wake-up call to action is what's coming up here. And then from Metatron, let's see what comes up. This is from Metatron. What is the takeaway for you guys from Metatron? I have 2 cards here. I have Karma and Untying the Knots. So this is the grid energy too, with the 28 of the Twin Flames, the choice of path, and the grid work. Untying the knots between you and the knots in your stomach, because that was coming up too today. Detaching from the drama and look up. 37 is unconditional love. It's the King of Cups. What do we have here? Okay, so the twins and unconditional love. All right, so look up. Detach from the drama and look up. All is well. Okay. And there's one more. This wants to be seen too. So Akashic records are coming up right now to clear, to hang out and see new perspectives, which is all okay. It doesn't look like anything significant. Just some evaluation and review, perhaps of records that you've already reviewed but had more layers to them, or just kind of really reconfirming that you're good with those wounds, okay? The bottom of the deck is the blue Madonna and mothering, so holding yourself, you mothering your own inner child with the 29, which is the, it is waiting for your ships to come in, but it's also about staying present in the moment, to the gift of the moment as well as your gifts, okay? So that's the mothering your own inner child, and letting go of endings. You are held, so holding yourself and being held within spirit as well, your guides and source energy. The 45 when you're feeling grief or purging, right? That's about the loss of regret. Loss or regret, okay? So just being held by the mother energy there. And look up. And the journey of love. I actually want to give you a Lenormand Breviary card too, for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see why they're calling me there. Okay, this is from the Lenormand Breviary. And let's see, 3 cards just came out. And look who's like in the open deck. The Power Woman and the Loving Man. That's where I split the deck. And the cards came out, this one, the Child in transition. This one of the Time collapses again with the 37 of the King of Cups, or unconditional love. And the 8 of the Coffin here. This is also the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of energy. It's the 9 of Diamonds, the sovereign energy. There's a lot of different energies here, but with the Jackal, it never gives me a great feeling. It's the dance between, you know, the 2 people wearing masks, right? This one's in a coffin and this one's wearing, you know, a costume here. And this is also the energies of people getting their hands on your children to do certain things, okay? But it's also the transition of your inner child in collapsing timelines into unconditional love. So this is coming up this week a lot in the dance of the masculine and feminine, Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. The energy of going from the wounded warrior that we start out as a human being, going into the Fool's Journey. So we have the Wounded Warrior's Journey, then the Fool's Journey, and then the 5D unconditional love is where we end up in. Okay, so we have the Power Lady in the bottom here with, again, the 29 of being present in the moment. So let's see what that you, and also your gifts. What does the journey of love have for us today? And it's much about the merging of the polarities and the yin-yang balance. Everything is about balance today. To just focus on staying balanced and mothering your inner child. And from the journey of love, I got a couple here. And that's actually the back of the deck. Self-initiation, which is the 12. Hanging out and seeing new perspectives. So not needing someone else to tell you, but knowing when you need to balance yourself. And perhaps to just hang out and meditate or take a walk, take a nap, see a new perspective on something. Self-initiation. And then these 2 also want to be seen of God Speaks, the Christ vibration of the 33, the connection between you and Source, and the earth angel that you are, with a message of the 54 is the Page of Swords, and all the colors of the rainbow here, and definitely divine feminine energy here. It's God saying, like, Source speaks through the messages of the divine feminine here. Okay. And then the bottom of the deck is the moon. So we just passed off a new moon, so we're still in those energies. So it's still like that domino effect of energies of distant shores. The 18 is coming up as the new moon, but also the romantic inner child, the moon child. It's coming up a lot because a lot of the child card type energies have the 18 on it with the moon. And we have the guardian of the soul family beneath that, the Page of Wands, the child of the 3. And there's very calm, earthy energy within the vortex here. It's very 2D, very spacious energy as opposed to in your energy field. Like this is like the space between in this card because it's so 2D. And then we have the distant shores of the moon energies here. And the ripple effect of the 4 moons here. And the 4 moons would, there's something happened around Valentine's Day too for some people. Like some will be Thanksgiving. We have Thanksgiving, Christmas, a lot of holidays coming up, and then Valentine's Day. So there should be a lot of activity happening in the unions between now and then. And yeah, let me read to you self-initiation here, which is number 12. Self-initiation says you're being touched by a wave of your own light and motion. You can feel the blessings and love that are flowing towards you, from within you, an upsurging wave of love. This is your own pure divine nature. You can choose to empower another as the carrier of your own divinity, of course, and sometimes if you're not quite ready to recognize your own divine essence, this needs to be. Yet at any moment you can choose to recognize that it is you who are initiating yourself into love, that you are the being of light, the divine, that is drawing you forward into yourself. At any moment you can choose to recognize yourself, and will this be such a moment? This oracle holds a message for you. There are many teachers on this path, some humble, some wise, some great companions on your life journey, and some who will enter in and out of your life quickly, perhaps imparting a helpful word or teaching you a more challenging lesson about trusting and relying upon your own wisdom. The greatest teacher, however, is life itself. You can trust in your own experiences and know that it is the divine spark within you, the life within you, that is the one true teacher who carries you home in awakened reunion with the divine. How easy to love, the words flow when it's right. I dare not tell you. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, and get your nature, or do what you're guided to do. Make sure to breathe and rise and be love. I'll see you guys soon. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.